Hey guys, welcome back to Putting the Pro in ProPresenter. My name's Bryson. I'm going to be teaching you today about groups and the arrangement editor within ProPresenter and how that all works. So let's talk about it a little bit. Groups are if in a song you want to take like a verse or a chorus, group that together and easily move that within your song presentation. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick right here on ProPresenter. So as you can see, this is a song that I've already got done. It's I Thank God. And arrangement editor can be found right here. It's these three little squares with little arrows off to the side in the top right corner of any presentation. So if we click on that, you can see all the groups I have made right up here, and then arrangements right here. If you want to apply groups to your slides, we'll show you that in just one second. Or if you want to change how a group looks, like see how they have different colors, which will apply to the slides, different names, all that stuff. You can find that up in the top left corner. We can click on ProPresenter, Settings, and then we'll go down to Groups and click on that. That will open up the settings right here. And so we can see all the groups that are on our machine right here. Most of these are not things that I've added. I've only added a few down here at the end. Blank, starting slide, blank slide, basically the same thing. An extra bar. All of these you can change the color. You can also change the key mappings for those right here. And so like if you wanted to fire a group with a hotkey, this is how you do it. This is useful maybe per se you want to have the ability in off-track moment to hit B for bridge or like V for verse or something like that. That has to be set up on your computer beforehand, but you can do that. So let's get out of this and out of that. And let's back up down to, I have a gratitude right here that I've already done. However, I want to show you what it looks like to set up a song from scratch with groups. So this is, all I've done is type the words essentially. And now they're ungrouped. There's only one group in my groups and I had it under blank slide when I started. So that's the only thing that's in here. However, none of these are blank. So we've got some work to do. So let's just start real quick. This first slide would be a verse. Now, how would you group these together? There's no groups here. I can't like apply anything, even though I'm underneath the arrangement editor. You have to right click on the slide that you want to start the group on, hover over to group, and then put verse 1 right there. Now that will apply to everything. It'll just continue all the way down until you want to apply the next group. So let's go to the chorus. So I know that in this song, but every song must end and you never do. This next slide, so I throw up my hands and praise you again and again. This is the chorus. So I'm going to go over to group and I'm going to do chorus right there. And same thing, it's going to apply all the way down until I get to the next place that I want to put a slide there. So let's go down. This one is the bridge right there. Bridge. Come on, my soul. Don't you get shy on me. Yep. And let's see. And because I've already typed these slides, this is a chorus right here. But what's happened is it applied to the rest of the group when I can fix this with the arrangement editor in just a second. So essentially, I don't want this in my bridge, so I'm going to delete that real quick. And let's see. Okay, I figured it out. That one is supposed to be a tag right there. And then we can actually just delete everything that's not another instance of the first bridge. So come on my soul, oh don't you get shy of me, lift up your song because you've got a lie inside those lungs, get up and praise the Lord. Now this restarts another bridge, but because this is the first time I've grouped it, the rest of this I can essentially just delete and then repeat the bridge a couple extra times. So let's delete that real quick. So now it looks like I've got our pieces and parts. And you might be saying, well, there's no like blank slides or spaces in there. It's very easy to fix. So I'm just going to do this and copy and paste this last slide. And then I'm going to edit the slide. I'm going to take everything out of it real quick. Could have done that a lot faster, but oh well. And then I'm going to group this as blank slide. So now I have a blank slide, verse 1, chorus, bridge, tag. I know this is probably not all the parts of this song, but for our purposes, it will work. And so I'm going to paste this slide again. There's one more thing that we do here at Faith Promise. We'd like to do a starting slide. This is where you'd like put all your media or like background if you run your ProPresenter that way. And this one can be put at the front. So now that we've got basically everything that we need, let's go ahead and work on our arrangement editor. So what this will do here, right now it's showing the master. The master is just the groups in arrangement as you have aligned them here. So you see I moved that starting slide and it's moving that slide around. Now the cool thing about this is it'll move a whole set of slides around because you have grouped them. And that's the power of groups, really and truly. You might not have realized it until just now, but that's the power of groups. And so what I like to do for my master is have my starting slide up front and then basically the correct layout of the song. So like verse 1, chorus 1, verse 2, chorus 2, bridge, chorus 3 or something like that. This song doesn't necessarily apply to that, but let's just say we can create a new arrangement and we're just going to call this one Weekend, right like that. Okay, so this is our weekend arrangement and it just drops in the master. The cool thing is though, per se your band wants to do a double chorus or like a lot of bridges because that's pretty typical. We can do this right here. We can drag another bridge right in like that. And so now this is actually the correct set of bridges that we've got going on right here. And then the tag, and actually we had a chorus after the tag. So we'll do that. This version of the song didn't have a verse 2, but you get the drift. You could add that verse 2 in pretty easily. You can either, just make a new slide at the end here and group that, add in the words for the verse 2, or you can do that in Reflow Editor. I'll have a separate video on Reflow Editor. It works hand in hand with the arrangement editor though, and honestly I feel like arrangement editor is a lot more visual way of doing it, but Reflow also does help. And for the most part that's it. You can, underneath this drop down, which I just kind of clicked randomly and didn't talk about, this is where you store all of your arrangements. So master is what I said before, it's just all of your blank groups there. But weekend is one that I've named, so I clicked new arrangement, and you could like name it whatever, the day, the week that you're using, so that you don't like reuse that. Or if like one of your worship leaders was like, hey, we did this arrangement on the 5th of December or whatever, and you're like, oh, I have that, it's stored in here. So like if you did 12.05.23 and that was your arrangement from the 5th of December, that will get stored within the song, and it'll show it down here as well. Gratitude dash, and in brackets, that's the arrangement that you're using. If you click the master, there's no arrangement selected. It's just gonna go in order of the master. But typically what we do is we like to set a weekend, and then if a certain weekend we want to change something or do something weird, add more stuff, I'll make a new arrangement of that specific weekend with the date. But for more often than not, you'll just have the weekend arrangement, and that's how we roll with it. Or maybe you could have like a student's arrangement or something like that. So that's been the arrangement editor. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad that you're willing to learn and grow and improve your church and improve your knowledge and how you impact a weekend service in your position. This is just one little thing that can make you even that much faster in editing songs and editing ProPresenter in general. So use it how you will. If you have any questions, please ask me. But otherwise, have a great rest of your day.